Okay, so this morning, I'm gonna do a little bit of working out here, trying to get some blood flow, back pressure, side pressure stuff. And first I'm gonna warm up with these bands here, just kind of get my shoulders warm. And I'm gonna talk about the East versus West. Let's get into this. Okay, so in the morning, we're just a few hours away. We're going to be checking out East versus West, and I wanted to give you my quick predictions on who I think is going to win. I can't really tell you why on a couple of them because I don't know the guys. So I'm just kind of looking at size and what they talked about with their records and that stuff. So we'll start with Mindaugas Terzitis versus Oleg Cherkasov. I'm going to go with Oleg on that one. And I forget exactly why, but I'm going to go with Oleg on that one. Adam Wojcicki versus Baccio Saganashvili. Now, if you looked at them, they're really similar in size. But there's something about Adam, call him W, so I'll keep butchering his name, hopefully. He just got this like anger and fire and stuff. And I don't know. I know Baccio's big. He's got that big old bicep. But I think Adam's got like age on him. It's like an older muscle thing going on. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. But you get a little bit older, past your teens, you start developing like a different strength. And I'm not sure Baccio's got that. And Adam's just shown to be a beast. And then Doug Erlich versus Daniel Prokopchuk. Doug is so much huger than Daniel is. If you looked at their video and their weigh-in and their shirtless pics and even just stand by his side. But I'm still going with Daniel Prokopchuk, and here's why. I think he's got more time on the bigger stages. And also, there's a guy that we arm wrestle with, and he's pretty short. I mean, I'm short, but he's a little bit shorter than me, and he just knows what to do. He's just like, you're like, holy freak, where did that come from? You just can't figure out what the freak is going on. And I'm talking about the bigger guys, the strong, the supposedly stronger guys. They're just like, what? We're all sitting in the corner going, how does that make sense? I mean, he's like Prokopchuk, he's kind of stocky, but he's beating the guys that are 280, I'm not saying much that way, but, more than 280. So, the bigger guys. So, I'm going to go with Prokopchuk on this one. All right, Rob Fidget Jr. and Zurab Taverdzizi. Just going to call him Zurab. I don't want to keep messing up his name. I'm going to go with Zurab, and here's why. They're got similar sized biceps, they're sitting there flexing, you're like, and Rob looks amazing. He's got some big old freaking guns. But he's been inactive. And Zurab's been pulling like a monster, and he's been pulling at all these East versus West. He's been preparing. And while there's something to be said about maybe healing up during inactivity, there's also something to be said about just keeping consistent on the table. You see the guys in practice, you see the guys that are practicing with you that are just bam, 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 always practicing, and then you haven't gripped up with them in 6 or 7 months, and you just feel it. You just feel like, they've been practicing and they've got more than I got. So I'm gonna go with Zurab on that one. I'm gonna hurry up here. Cody Merrick versus Alzan Muratov. I'm gonna go with Muratov on that one. If you look, man, if you see his Muratov's like forearm, it just looks like he's going to control, this part of it. It's just like, and while Cody's a bigger guy, I don't think he has what it takes to beat Muratov, but Cody seems like a really cool dude. Arif Ardem versus Georgi Zurinov. I'm going with Georgi on that one. He looked swole. Vitaly Letin, Tobias Sprong. I'm gonna go with Tobias on this one. He's like a left-hand guy, I think, and he's strong with both hands, but left-handed seems like that's his deal. And Lalletin, that's not his primary hand. So I think Tobias beats him, and he's not that significantly shorter than Lalletin is. Brandon Excelsior versus David Samushia. I'm going with David on that one. Brandon's a freaking monster. But I think David's got the experience and the know-how to beat him. Paul Lynn versus Sasha. I'll always go with Paul Lynn because he might be my favorite arm wrestler. Him and John Brzezinski. Dave Chafee versus Revis Lutidze. Going with Dave Chafee. He's just looking. I mean, Revis was huge. He was standing there like, just. Oh. But Dave just looks fired up and ripped up. So I'm going to go with Dave. Hopefully he's been working on his endurance and keeping his breathing and control. But yeah, I'm going to go with Dave. Kurdigali, Angarbayev, and Irakli Zurikashvili. So close there, but I think Angarbayev has just another something there. Something that is going to help him win this. I think he's just got this inner demon thing. He's not like he's a screaming demon, but just like this, where in the freak is that coming from? Kind of, just never give up, kind of always in it, knowing where you're going kind of thing. I like him for that one. And then the big match, Devin Larratt versus Gennady Kivikinia. And I can't go against Devin on this one. I mean, Gennady looks huge and freaky, but Devin is just that. I mean, if it was a bench press contest or arm curl contest or military press contest, I would definitely go with Gennady, but Devin just has that smarts and ability in it. He's like he's like a python where you give him any kind of opening of like weakness, like you exhale for a second, he just suck it up on you, and then you can't get anything out of it. There's a couple guys I practice with that I'm pretty sure that I can out bench and out lift, but I got nothing on their smarts on the table, and so I'm just like, whoop, whoop. So I'm gonna go with Devin on that one based on just experience, smarts, and arm wrestling strength. So, all right, so that's my predictions. I'm gonna keep warming up here, trying to get a little bit of the shoulders been kind of achy. Oh, and holy freak! So, did you ever just do something and just something stupid messed you up? I was at practice the other day and I was going to shake hands with this guy, and I guess my thumb got into his palm, and now my thumb makes a clicky noise when I move the tip back and forth. It's all wiggly now, just because of that. I've been practicing and gripping up and doing all this, and all of a sudden it makes a clicky noise. Old age thumbs. I think that's it. All right, looking around. All right, that's my predictions. Let's sit here and get a little workout in and prepare for my super match, which is coming up in about a month or so. I'll talk to you later.